Paz Dios jóvenes. No, this is not the same intro as last week. I am just testing the audio. Here we go. One last time.
was hard, like not going to church. I feel like I grew, because back then I didn't see the full value and like with this life, and now I feel like coming back to church after experiencing the whole thing, I feel like I've learned to value church more and all the blessings God gives.
Sort of made me miss church more because we had to do it online and it wasn't really the same.
Well, it was hard porque como cristiano uno desea escuchar la palabra y no es lo mismo mirar por medio de una pantalla a estar aquí y sentirlo de corazón, de que venga de dentro.
I think the experience was it was quite different, and it was kind of challenging because basically every day, kind of being at church, we would go to Texas City, Nacogdoches. Since the pandemic kind of changed that, right? So we weren't able to kind of fully participate in our routines, you could say.
I'm thankful. I'm glad I could look back and be like, oh, I had a good movie. You know, like I'm not gonna look back and be like, oh, I should have done this, and I should have activated more. Like no, like I'm grateful that right now the jóvenes are really animados. And the mesa, I mean, I haven't really felt it because I mean, we didn't really do much. We were just sending out messages.
It was a nice experience to be able to convivir and to grow with, you know, all the jóvenes. Being part of the mesa, I mean, it's like a cargo, but con la ayuda de Dios, pues todo se puede.
I think being part of the juvenil is a big blessing. You see on Saturdays where they come together and we kind of get the enseñanzas and the convivencia. Being a part of like a juvenil is like an experience that you can't compare it to anything else.
I learned guitar. Well, I already knew like how to play, but during the pandemic, I bought a guitar and I started, you know, learning how to play. I used to call Israel through calls, and he used to show me like some, you know.
Learning the guitar, and before I was still, you know, a beginner, and I guess I still kind of am, but I've gotten a lot better. You know, when we used to do the cultos at home, my dad, me and my dad would both play the guitar in the, you know, congregacionales or sing cantando himnos.
You know, with the pandemic, it was a lot of more free time. I feel that it helped me, you know, overall as a musician and overall as a Christian, you know.
I feel like during the Zoom meetings, Romano focused more on the topic that we had in hand, which was this pandemic. Now that we were living in this, I feel like he made sure we understood that this is something that had to happen.
I value more church now. Yeah, like I was saying, I value church more.
Being on virtual versus being in person are two different things. Like you feel it very differently.
Well, I could definitely say that this helped me see things differently in a lot of ways. Not only spiritually, but personal as well. I've learned to not to take for granted the chances that you have, especially like at church, because you never know when will be the last time you actually get to see the people around you.
You kind of get used to a routine, and so whenever we stop coming, pues it calls you like to reflect upon it. And now that we're back, pues con más ánimo entras.
Trust God, and you know, if you have the don to play guitar, you know, or any instrument, like it can be anything. You can still use it for, you know, value. If you have a lot of time in your hands, try to pick up new skills, you know, that'll help you at church. Try to set goals, read the Bible, maybe make projects. Just try to occupy yourself with stuff with God.
Always, you know, stay on top of your toes. Always, you know, reading the Bible. Always, you know, looking to God every day. There's always distractions that you could always try to lure you away from the path of God. So I guess my best advice would just be, you know, keep yourself busy, whether it be things from church, job, you know, family.
Instead of seeing it kind of like as a negative thing, use it to like work on yourself better.
Stay calm and know that like everything's happening for a reason. No, pues vengan a la iglesia. La iglesia vengan porque nunca saben cuándo se pueden cerrar las puertas de la iglesia. Nunca saben lo que trae el futuro.
When they're feeling like como que ya no quieren seguir or que se sienten desanimados, always to look for God or pray. Doesn't matter where you are. That will always give you strength.
To be active in the studios as well as any activities or anything for the mesa, pues, just communication.
Kind of like what Chuy said, like stay active, try to come to all the activities. I know like coming from the pre-juvenil to the juvenil is a lot different. The experiences are really nice.
Okay, I guess we'll start. Who wants to go first? If we're interested in calling y'all back, we'll give y'all a call. We'll let you know if you stay in comunión. It's an open conversation.
So we just
if you're done, you could jump in or you could cut her off, whatever you want to do.
My turn. Go ahead.
Inclina, oh Jehová, tu oído y óyeme, porque estoy afligido y menesteroso. Ten misericordia de mí, oh Jehová, porque a ti clamo todo el día. Escucha, oh Jehová, mi oración, y está atento a la voz de mis ruegos. En el día de mi angustia te llamaré, porque tú me respondes. Oh Señor, ninguno hay como tú entre los dioses, ni obras que igualen tus obras. Mas tú, Señor, Dios misericordioso y clemente, lento para la ira y grande en misericordia y verdad, hacedor de maravillas, tú solo eres Dios.
Gloria a Dios. Nazael, Nathan, Daniel.
Para ahí.
Guys, go take a picture with your friends.
Video!
This is SJPD. Thank you for watching.
Oiga, para el gancho. Para el gancho no. Con las botas.
¿Dónde está el